What is up and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a first look at the Kobe Protro 6 in the Mambacita colorway. But you're probably wondering, didn't you already film a first look and performance review on the Kobe 6 Protro Mambacitas? And yes, you're right, but those were a different batch. So those were, of course, the GK batch. These are from another seller, and I'm pretty sure these are the WKB batch based on my research online, watching another YouTuber review these, as well as posting in the Kobe Reps subreddit and asking, and a couple people responded thinking they are WKBs. So as of right now, I'm gonna say they're WKBs. I'll shoot some B-roll and maybe some of you can help ID what batch these are. But if they are not WKB, they are different because they have an extra zoom unit in the heel. And that's kind of the topic that I want to talk about. The last videos were kind of about like, can reps be as good as retail? This is more on, can reps be better than retail? And specifically in this case, since there is an extra zoom bag in the heel, that's not something that you can get from Nike. And that's kind of something you can either custom yourself, which I wouldn't do, or you can find something in the rep market like this, which has more technology, in this case, an extra zoom bag in the heel. So this actually doesn't only apply to the Kobe rep market, it also applies to other shoes. So for example, the Jaw 1, the retail version has a small zoom bag in the forefoot, but I recently saw a picture online that has Zoom Turbo in the forefoot and a big heel zoom unit in the heel. And of course, you're not gonna get that retail. So those Jaw 1s might be actually better than the retail pair. And that's kind of why I want to talk about this shoe. So before I got the GK pair, this was the other batch that I was strongly considering, WKB, because talking to some of my friends who have both pairs, also reading a lot online and watching a lot of videos, this is like another popular batch that hoopers or volleyball players end up getting, which is the WKB, which has, of course, extra zoom in the heel. And that got me a little bit intrigued because, I mean, personally, I really like zoom in general as a cushion system. And to go further on that, I like a full-length zoom strobel unit, which these don't have. But to get one in the forefoot and the heel is theoretically better than just having one in the forefoot. So I ended up going with the GK pair because I wanted to try something more close to retail. But after I posted those videos, maybe like 5 sellers DM'd me on Instagram saying, hey, do you want to partner up on a video? And the first thing I would reply to them is, do they have zoom in the heel? Because I want to try a shoe that had both. And a lot of them did not know what I was talking about when I brought up zoom. So I was like, maybe not the most trustworthy seller, or they're not that knowledgeable about what they're selling. So I ended up not going with those, but there was one seller who was able to answer the question, and I found some reviews about their shoes online from other Kobe rep reviewers, which I don't want to really be associated with being a rep reviewer, but this is more so like as a consumer who really likes Kobe's, this is kind of the process I went through. I ended up getting, of course, the GKs here, which I really enjoy and love, and the second option, which I was considering, was this. So, you know, I was like, hey, does it have zoom in the heel? They said yes, and they're very confident saying like GK is not the best on the market. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. So all I asked was like, I want to give my honest thoughts on these shoes, and they said, yep, fine by us. So they're pretty confident in their products, so I'm excited to try them out. So some differences that I already noticed between this pair and that pair is one in the heel. This is a little bit more soft as far as the plastic being used here, which is not a bad thing or a good thing, but something I wanted to point out. The padding in the tongue actually feels a little bit thicker and a little bit more substantial than my other pair, and that goes for the padding around the ankle and the heel as well. Another thing I did notice that I wanted to point out is kind of how high this scale lining comes up on the upper. It is a little bit higher on this pair than the GKs, so I did want to point that out. But other than that, everything looks pretty solid for this shoe. Of course, I don't really compare reps against retail or reps against reps that often, so this is a very novice, just like, what do I think of the shoe when I first got it, and taking a look at kind of some of the differences that I did notice. And the last thing I wanted to point out is the outsole here. It is a little bit concave, so I don't know if it'll come up on camera, but it looks like there's a little bit of a curve here for the outsole, so it doesn't look as flat as the GK pair. Performance-wise, I don't know if I'll be able to tell or if it'll really make that big of a difference, but build quality-wise, this feels like a solid shoe. And of course, I tried them on and I felt the heel zoom unit in the heel, and it's definitely there. So, well, based on feel at least, I'm not gonna cut these open, but it definitely feels bouncier in the heel than the GK pair here, which does not have heel zoom. So I'm really excited to try this shoe on the court to see if I like them better, if they perform in general, and if they hold up durability-wise. If you're interested in copying a pair yourself, I will leave the details in the description. These are from shoepop.ru, and I do have a discount code for $10 off your purchase if you are interested. None of that actually goes to me. It's mainly a benefit for you if you're gonna purchase from them anyway, or if you're interested in a Kobe, which has both zoom in the forefoot and in the heel. And not sure if I'm gonna do a performance review on these because I'm not really trying to be in the rep review market. I made the exception for the Kobe 6s since those are my favorite shoe of all time. But this might be my last video about reps. But if you do want the performance review, then comment a volleyball emoji down below. Also, if you're not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. But I think that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.